The moment you get a cut, your body launches a response so fast and so organized that scientists have spent decades studying it. Within seconds, multiple systems activate simultaneously. Within days, the wound is sealed. Within weeks, new tissue is built from scratch. Here's exactly what happens, step by step. The instant your skin is broken, damaged blood vessels immediately constrict. They squeeze tighter to reduce blood flow to the area. This is your body's emergency valve. It buys time. Simultaneously, damaged cells release chemical signals, alarm molecules that travel through the surrounding tissue like a distress flare. Help is already on the way. Within seconds, tiny cell fragments called platelets arrive at the wound site. Platelets are not full cells, they have no nucleus, but they are extraordinarily effective at their job. They stick to the exposed edges of the damaged vessel wall and to each other, forming a temporary plug. Then they release chemicals that trigger nearby platelets to do the same, a chain reaction called the clotting cascade. Meanwhile, a protein called fibrin begins to form. It weaves itself into a mesh across the wound, trapping platelets and red blood cells, like a net catching debris. This is a blood clot. It forms in under 5 minutes. Once the bleeding is controlled, the next phase begins inflammation. This is not a problem, it is the plan. Blood vessels near the wound dilate, widen, to allow immune cells to pour into the area. The wound becomes red, warm, and slightly swollen. These are not signs of infection. They are signs that your immune system is working. The first responders are neutrophils, white blood cells that arrive within minutes and begin destroying bacteria, dead cells, and debris. Within hours, macrophages arrive. These are larger immune cells that engulf and clean up the damage, eating dead cells, clearing out bacteria, and releasing growth signals to begin the next phase. Around 2 to 3 days after the cut, a new process begins: tissue repair. Macrophages release chemical signals that trigger fibroblasts, connective tissue cells, to migrate into the wound and begin producing collagen. Collagen is the structural protein that holds your skin together. New collagen fibers are laid down across the wound, forming a scaffold for new tissue. New blood vessels grow into the area to supply it with oxygen. New skin cells called keratinocytes begin crawling across the wound surface from the edges inward, essentially growing a new skin layer from scratch. The scab that is formed on the surface acts as a protective covering while all of this happens underneath. This is why you should not pick scabs. Over weeks and sometimes months, the new tissue is refined. The collagen fibers, initially laid down in a somewhat disorganized way, are gradually remodeled and realigned. The wound strengthens, a scar forms. It is the same collagen as normal skin, but arranged differently. Scar tissue is typically about 80% as strong as the original skin. The redness fades as the extra blood vessels are pruned back. The wound has healed. So from a single cut, vessels constrict to reduce bleeding. Platelets form a clot in minutes. Immune cells flood in and clear debris. Fibroblasts lay down new collagen. New skin grows from the edges inward. And over weeks, the tissue remodels into a scar. All of this from a moment of carelessness in the kitchen. Your body is a repair machine operating at a level of complexity that humbles every engineer on the planet. Follow for more. Every video, we go inside the human body and explain what is really happening. If your body just surprised you, subscribe to Human Decoded. We do this every week.